you have a business that you need money for in order for you to use to grow? Hi, my name is Sawan Belcher. I want to talk about today how I've used and leveraged business credit, not my personal credit, but my EIN number, okay, my social security number for my company, and I have leveraged credit products, credit cards, and even bank loans with my LLC, not me, to use to be able to buy real estate and also just use for general business purpose needs to be able to use to level up in my business. Let's get into it. So, hey, what's up, guys? Congratulations on starting your business. I think that is amazing that you actually got out of your comfort zone. For a lot of people, school kind of teaches us just to be employees, because I mean, really, that's what they do. When you get into a job, they're going to train you to do everything they want you to do. So literally K through 12 is just how well can you concentrate? How well can you practice? How disciplined can you get to do one particular task? It's not really teaching you, hey, how do you go out and raise money to borrow real estate, and how do you make it cash flow, and how do you manage that money to make it grow? Not at all. You've just stepped out of that circle. Amen. Congratulations, right? But you need to know, how can you turn your business into a fund? How can you use your business to get more money, right? Because you just got this thing started. Maybe you've made some checks, but you don't really have a lot of money to do what you need to do. I want to talk to you about how we get that money, okay? Because really, money is the tool that we need, to become the newest and best business that we need to be, okay? Now, the first thing I want to tell you to do is to stop operating in your personal name. Now, a lot of people, since they're getting started and they're coming out the mud, they don't have a lot of funds. Typically, they just go out and they, let's say it's photography, they start using their camera and they just start going out and collecting cash. That's great. I think that's good for practice. But the United States, the IRS, does not call that a business. So if you were to go to a bank and ask for money for your business and you don't actually have a business on paper, you're not going to be able to get it. So the first thing you need to do is go and get a corporation, okay? I typically always get limited liability companies, LLCs, and this is very easy to do. Now, if you want to pay and get it done quickly, you can, see one of these, corporation websites, and pay $1,000 and get it done. Or if you don't mind taking 2 weeks or 30 days, you can get it done a lot cheaper. What I prefer to do is just going over to Google, typing in your state, Secretary of State, and you can go to your Secretary of State website and register your LLC right there. We literally print out this 2-page paper. It wants to know my name, any partners I have, what percentage of the company the partners own, our mailing address, and then also if there's an operating agreement attached. And then the most important thing that they want out of all is a check. Okay, and for us, it's $125. That's it. That's what it costs to actually create a business. Okay, now just to back up, some important parts about this particular document. The address that you decide to use, if you don't have this, is okay. Don't let this stop you from getting it done. But it is always best to actually use a commercial building. And you want to use a commercial building address because the lender is going to look at that address, and if it's a home, they're going to say, oh, this person is doing this as a hobby. They haven't taken it seriously yet. They haven't dived in full time yet. They're not experienced enough yet. Okay? So the way to get around this is to create a virtual office address. Now one that's international that you can use that we also have here in Greensboro, North Carolina, is Regus, regus.com. So they have several buildings, huge buildings, okay? But they'll provide you with a virtual address, meaning I can go to Regus, I can sign up for their virtual office. They'll give me an actual address at one of their buildings. It'll come with a little P.O. box so I can collect mail there. It'll even give me a phone number so that when somebody calls that phone number that you might put on your website or marketing material, their assistant will answer the phone and forward phone calls to you. Now, doesn't that sound more like a business? And that's exactly what banks are going to be thinking when they look at your address. So be sure that you have a business address. Now, if you have to use your personal address just to get it done, amen. Okay, but you're gonna have to amend that later if you want to get the most amount of money later from these business lines of credit that we're going to talk about. Now we need to get a social security number for your business. Okay, that is a EIN number, the employee identification number. Okay, now this is a free thing. So you can just go to Google once again, put in EIN. Once you, it's gonna be the first thing that pops up. It's gonna say register for EIN. It's the IRS website, and you'll be able to literally fill it out right there. Put in all of your information, your name, your company name, that mailing address again, and then what state you registered it in, and the date that you registered that company in. And they're literally gonna generate you an EIN at that moment. Okay, here's a tip. Be sure that you print out and save the PDF copy right then and there, okay? Because sometimes it says that they'll mail you a copy, but sometimes that copy doesn't come, and if you don't save it and print it out, it's a little difficult to actually get the copy from the IRS again, okay? So once you fill it out the first time, save it to your computer, print it out so you can have it again. Maybe print it out several different times, okay? But you want to go ahead and save it right then and there. So boom, you got your EIN number. That is going to allow you to open up a checking account under your business name. So this is when you start to separate yourself from the business. Let's say that your business gets a client that pays you some kind of money and they're not happy with that product. Technically, they could come for the business and ask for that money back. What they can't do is go to Sawan Belcher and ask for their money back, because the business and Sawan Belcher are two different things. So this could also come into play when someone sues you for marketing, because as a real estate investor, you know, we're marketing to cold prospects that did not ask to be marketed to. So at some form or fashion, especially when you start to do it at volume, it gets a little on the questionable side. So this is huge for you to do this, to separate yourself from your business in any business, okay? So once you have that checking account, okay, I suggest going to a local bank, okay? Wells Fargo, Bank of America, they do not care about you. You are a number on the cell block. But to a local credit union, to a local business bank, if you put in $10,000 to open an account, instantly they will qualify your business to be able to receive business funding the day you open the account. Okay, secret. Okay, so that means you can take $10,000 to that bank and open an account. You ask the person that sets up the account, can I get a $10,000 line of credit at the exact same time? You've instantly turned your 10 into 20. You see? So now you have more money to be able to put into your business to make a profit or larger profit, buy equipment, whatever, sooner. Okay. Now you do not have to put that amount into that particular account to open up a business account. I'm just giving you what you can do if you're able to do it. Now, if you only have $1, put it in. Okay. The whole thing is that we start. I don't want to slow you down. I'm just giving you some tricks of the trade that can help you. So even if you have to start your first business account with First Bank and you open it up with $1, maybe after your business is running for a year, you can go over to Oak Ridge Bank and use that trick that I just showed you to get a business line of credit, right? So don't think you have to do that first, but it is a best practice. It is a trick to be able to get lines of credit for your business. So now you got your LLC. You've separated your personal and your business. You got your EIN number. You got your checking account. Now what you need to do is actually focus and put that money into the account. Anytime you make a sale, make a profit deal, you whatever, raise money, put it into that bank account. Okay, you need to focus on funneling all of your money into that bank account. Because I know as entrepreneurs, sometimes we'll accept via PayPal, sometimes we'll accept via Cash App, sometimes we'll accept via whatever. And sometimes it doesn't make it all back to this bank account. It is very important that all of your money goes back into this one account, because the business lines of credit that you're going to apply for very early on in your business are going to look at this bank statement, and they're going to want to see that you have a business. They see that you made $100 this week. 3 weeks later, you made a $5,000. 2 days later, you made $1. You know, that shows inconsistency. But if you can show, hey, each week I made $500 for the last 3 months, that shows consistency. Even if it all went out, it doesn't matter how much went out. It matters what comes in. You know, people understand, banks understand that businesses make money to provide jobs to other people. So they totally understand that money's going to come in. Banks leverage the money that you have in your account. Okay? Banks are able to lend, 10 times the money that are in their deposit accounts. Okay? So if you deposit money into your bank consistently, that makes you more bank ready. It makes you more lendable. Okay? They see that as, oh shoot, Sawan had $30,000 come in this month. We need to lend him some money because apparently he makes money. So he's going to be able to pay us back, even if there's not $30,000 in the account. What they're looking for is, if you'll print out your statement, at the little bottom, probably to the middle, you're going to see an average daily balance. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for your average daily balance. And you can use that average daily balance as leverage when you're talking to banks and other parties who are going to lend you business. Okay, that's how you get started on getting money for your business without your personal credit. That means you can have bad credit, okay credit or great credit, and still get money from these institutions in order to level up. Now, if you want to know more information about how I've, raised over $1 million in business credit, so without my personal, credit information, and business credit, subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Have an amazing day. Peace.